Hey everybody, it's Tina with Two Chicks and a Cricket, and I'm going to be working on our November calendar page, and this is some of the supplies that I'm going to be using, and I'm not going to be able to do it on camera, but I'm going to show you guys the steps that I do it in. So these are the colors, and we're going to cut an apple out on our Cricut and use a Stampin' Up! Stamp and some stamp pads, and we'll see how it turns out. Alright, so far I have just inked around my edges up here. I just started with a base color, and then I inked up around the whole thing with Cherry Cobbler stamp pad, and then I just have these small strips right here. This is a 1.5 inch strip, and then this is a 2-inch strip, and then another 1.5 inch strip, and I inked around this one with chocolate chip, and then I tucked one on top of this strip and then one under this strip. So far that is my base for my this is my November calendar. I skipped October and I went to November, so this will be November. Alright, so the one thing that I forgot to do before I showed you guys the last time was this little strip right here, and it's just a curvy strip that I cut, and it's kind of supposed to be like fall leaves on the ground, so I just put that on the bottom here, and then I tucked my strips on top of it. So then these are 4x6 mats, the red apple mats behind it, and then this is a 4x6 mat, and I'm going to cut something to go right here on this photo mat, which is not something that I usually do, but it's just something a little fun I wanted to do. And then this is just a 4x6 mat, and then I took a 1/4 inch off to give this mat, and I inked, of course, the edges. She's fine, Mom. I, of course, inked the edges right here before I put it on here. So this is the top, but that's really all I'm going to do. I'm going to cut something for the Cricut here, and then when I add my pictures, I'll add journaling right in here. And I'm going to show you what all I'm going to cut out on the Cricut next. You'll see that part next. And then this paper I just wanted to mention was the autumn... it was last year's 2010's autumn paper pack from Joann's, and I cannot remember what it was called off the top of my head. Autumn something. So I'll show you the Cricut, all my Cricut cuts next. So this is what I cut out with my Cricut for my September calendar. I did these apples, and they are from Give a Hoot Cricut cartridge. And there was actually another layer for this apple. I have the layer for the big one. It just looked like this, and I just ended up not liking it as much, so I left it off. So I cuddlebugged it with my Swiss Dots folder on both the big and the small apple. And then I also did some black faux stitching around the edge. And I just wanted to mention that whenever you're inking or doing faux stitching and you're going to cuddlebug an object, it's often better to do all of that before you cuddlebug it, because it can be difficult doing anything on the surface after it's been embossed. So I cuddlebugged it using my Swiss folder, Cuttlebug folder, and then I just layered it together and I put it on pop dots. And I'll probably add some glossy accents to the seeds right here, since they're in black. And then when I go back and get my pictures, print my pictures at the end of the year, I'll journal up here. Like, I'll probably put a journaling block here. And then also I did, this is actually a separate calendar from what I was filming on earlier. And I did a whole mat instead of just the other one. I think I did a 4x4 mat, and then I added the ribbon. And this one I did a I just did a regular photo mat, and then I also did this little apple, and originally I was going to put it on a paper clip and then paper clip it to the ribbon, but when I went to look for paper clips, I realized that I don't have my stash of mini size paper clips with me, and I'm not going to go buy them because I have a ton of them in storage. So I just added the apple there. And so that is my September calendar. The bottom looks like this. I've already added my, I wrote in my dates. And what I do is, for, like when I, one of my other calendars is for one of my kids' kind of like adopted grandparents, and my daughter Violet, her birthday falls on the same day as her Grammy's birthday, and so I tend to write like a little note. We don't get to see them very much through the year, and so like for her birthday I write on there happy birthday Grammy and a little note from us, and to personalize their calendars a little bit more. So I've written in the dates. Hold on 1 minute. And then I also just used my Stampin' Up! Stamp set, Tart and Tangy, and I used this little apple and I stamped that in Cherry Cobbler. The color is Cherry Cobbler. And I just stamped 3 little apples, and then I'll add a slice of paper down here. I just didn't get a chance to do that yet. So this is our November calendar, and hopefully next week I will have December's calendar, and then we'll be all done with our calendar series, and then I'm going to start a Cricut Light series for Sundays, so that will be really exciting. So thanks guys for tuning in this week, and I have lots of videos planned for you guys this upcoming week, so thanks for stopping by the blog. We'll talk to you later. Okay, so this is the bottom part of my November calendar, and up top I just did some brown ribbon. I haven't cut out November yet. I need to cut out. Kayla Bug, can you please stop doing that? Thank you. I haven't cut out any of my titles for my months yet. I need to go back and do that. So then I used a Stampin' Up! Apple stamp, and I just placed it kind of random in some squares. And I'll go back and add the dates, and I'll have to write some notes on this particular calendar. And then at the very bottom, I just did a strip of the apple paper. So that is the bottom part of my November